We are the brave, we are the bold. We can be anything, anything, anything. We are the light, we light the dark. We can do everything, everything, everything. So hold on, don't stop, there's so much in you. We are the brave, we are the free, we have the power to be stronger if we want it, you and me. This is our time, this is the day. We can do anything, anything, anything. And all our dreams light up the way. We can have everything, everything, everything. So stand up, don't stop, the best is in you. We are the brave, we are the free, we have the power to be stronger if we want it, you and me. So light up the power in you and go for the best in you, 'cause I see the light shine through. So light up the power in you and go for the best in you, 'cause I see the light shine through. We are the brave, we are the brave, we are the brave. Light up the power in you and go for the best in you, 'cause I see the light shine through. So light up the power in you and go for the best in you, 'cause I see the light shine through. We are the brave.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining us today, what marks to be the launch of a technology marvel. The hashtag for today is #MaxYourBeauty. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments from now, we shall begin the formal proceedings of the grand launch from the house of Huawei. May I please invite all our distinguished guests, members of the media and press, influencers, and guests to kindly take their seats and settle down. May I also request you all to kindly switch off your mobile phones or alternatively turn them to silent mode. Thank you, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our host for the afternoon, the perfect blend of beauty and substance, Kubra Seth.
Thank you very much. A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, don't feel shy. You can put your hands together and welcome yourselves. It's an honorable afternoon, isn't it? Well, that was just my wordplay for the beginning. I promised to refrain from bad jokes for the rest of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kubra Seth. It gives me absolute honor and pleasure to be the host for this grand launch of a technology marvel that we are about to witness together. I read somewhere that beauty attracts the eye, but it's the personality that captures the heart. And I believe, and I truly believe this when I say it, that the most beautiful thing that any person can do is embrace confidence and continuously love yourself. And this kind of metaphorically connects us to what we're about to witness on this stage, in this room, for the very first time globally. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Honor 9 Lite. And this is a technology marvel that reflects your confidence and the love that you have for yourself. And yes, it also reflects the same because of one of its unique features: the gorgeous dual glass unibody. Honor 9 Lite promises to not only enhance your beauty on the outside, but works in small, tiny, incredible ways to also enhance the beauty that lies inside. We do have advanced quad cameras. Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, if you ask me, I could keep talking about this beautiful piece of technology. But there's more to it. There's more to what the brand conceives and has brought to us over these 3 years of an incredible journey right here in this country. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take the honor and I'm going to request you to join me in welcoming on stage the Chief Marketing Officer, Huawei India, Suhail Tariq, who is going to now breathe life into this brand and bring it to the forefront. Welcome, Suhail.
Thank you, Kubra, for setting up the stage. Good afternoon, all. Good afternoon, friends of honor, members of media, influencers, and finally, fans. I would like to begin with wishing you all very happy 2018. 2017 has been a challenging year. But at the same point of a time, we managed to give you a blockbuster products. Whether we talked about 9i, or whether we talked about the latest 7X. And if you thought that you're done for the year, probably we started the year with a bang. And we are here to introduce something new to you. This is the first time that I'm addressing the gathering. In a very short span of a time with Honor, I have learned a lot of new things from you. Maybe I start my day with Cell Guru Pravachan, and I thought that I am the only one who has a fine blend of tech and auto. After spending almost a decade in auto and coming to tech, I thought I understand that. But when I see Siddharth, I see Nikhil, and realize that they zoom around the cars and click beautiful photos of the cars with our dual camera phones, I realize I have friends all around. But I realize there are beauties, Shalini, Nikki, Rubina. They have to teach us how do I pose with you. And finally, you realize Gadgetwala, with the banter with Mallika, we realize there is a lot of new things that we learn each and every day with you. In the essentially what we are saying, the kind of a support and love that you've given to us, we welcome all. From here, I want to take you to immerse into the journey of Honor, the brand that truly embodies what we say and what we do. You realize when you entered this room, you heard the song called For the Brave. Brave is not the word for us. It's the spirit that we live day in and out for us. And what it essentially means for us is, we challenge ourselves, we challenge every day For that, we are able to get you the best of the products that you like for. Essentially, that is where our journey starts. So if I move forward, we said this is the brand which is for the young and young at heart. What it means essentially, the current young generation that we are talking and a young at heart, these are the people who want great experiences with their product. At the same point of a time, they want to connect with us and share their experience, which means this is the audience which are living for today. And they want every moment to be filled with great products. And this is how we say we are a young and agile brand which fulfill all the need of the consumer. We get into a lifestyle of a consumer, but if we say we are a lifestyle, it would be wrong. Essentially, consumers are very passionate about the passion points that they have. What it means is people are looking for technology, they are interested in lifestyle, travel. And imagine the portfolio of the products that we have is able to fulfill all the needs that we are looking for. And if we talk about Honor, it's a young brand. Why do we say it's a young brand? It's a brand that started in December 2013. In just 4 years, it is able to reach the top pinnacle, which essentially means when we talk about the home country, which is China, where the brand is born, across all the platforms that we see, it has been topping the chart. If we take an account from January to November, the sales, we realize we are the top e-commerce brand all across. And if this is not enough, let's talk about the most celebrated shopping festival that we would have. These are the festivals like Double 11 or Black Friday. If you pick up the top 3 products that's selling the chart, Honor rules everywhere. And this is the testimony of a fact, providing, listening what consumer want, and as a brand which is young, is able to cater the need of the consumer. That is why we have reached to the pinnacle so fast. Now, if we talk about a global expansion strategy, it's not going to become a reality till the time we understand India. If we talk about a global expansion strategy, we talk about 74 markets. India being the front runner of the 4 markets. Essentially what we are saying, in the next 5 years, we want to be top 3 brand globally. And our share of volume should come from 50% from China and 50% from all overseas market. So if we talk about an India strategy is we'll build around 3 pillars, which essentially mean India innovation story, the approach that we take in terms of understanding the consumers, and finally, the unmatched value that we are able to provide you across the products and services that we have. And it is not possible till the time we understand what consumers is and what consumer want. India is a very unique market, which means every consumer is unique. We need to understand their taste. We need to understand what they want. And for that, we need to understand what are they looking for from us. We did a social experiment. Social experiment in the sense we got people under one roof, consumers who wants different products across different range. And we asked them what Honor means to them. I want to show you a video to understand that what were the preferences that consumer wants from us.
Hi everyone.
Honor is to fulfill your promise.
Prestige.
A clear sense of what is right.
The words I say, the commitments I give.
What every man and woman should have.
Honor for me is maintaining my dignity.
It is love.
What is honor?
Wow.
Oh, it says honor. Nice phone.
It's pretty nice and cool. It's so light.
1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 cameras.
It's kind of weightless.
I love the bokeh effect.
I think it makes me look very stylish.
This is for me.
It feels quite light.
It lightens up the background.
Pro mode looks nice. I'm kind of fan of it.
This is awesome.
Which processor is this?
I love the interface.
Smart. Stylish.
Innovative.
Just perfect.
Revolutionary. It's too good. It is the future.
I feel honored.
See, when we said India is a unique market, everybody has its own set of preferences, what they want and what they dislike about this entire thing. So what did social experiment told us? Honor as a brand gets occupy a unique space in the mind of the consumer. They like the product and they believe this product is a part of their lifestyle. So therefore, they are able to connect with the brand very easily. So now comes back to the India story, and we talked about that we want to have an expansion in multiple markets, but India is going to be the front runner in terms of leading that growth story. So key thing being India innovation story. When we talked about an India innovation story, it is equally important to realize there is a strong investment we have made in local R&D, which is out of Bangalore. Thousands of engineers work, understand what the consumers are looking for, and quickly able to provide the solution that they are looking for. So which means when we earlier saw the video that consumers are really looking for great products which can work with them, these are the team which are working to provide the solution all around with them. At the same point of a time, we realize it's a global brand. What it means is we get our chipset from US, our design from France, our algorithm from Russia, and our software from India, which is made in India, which means it's a truly, truly global brand. But what does global brand mean to people? Which means we should have a scale and expertise of a global brand, but we have to work with the nuances of a local insight, which means our understanding the consumers have to be very strong. And that's how we take an approach of a global expertise working through local insights. We are very proud of being a part of a Make in India project. Majority of the products which we are selling here in India are being manufactured at our Chennai plant. You just saw Honor 7X, which is a bestseller. We just started manufacturing that product here in India. Brand is not only built on a great product, it is equally important for us to realize how we are imparting the experience to the consumer, which means we are able to reach out to the consumers when they need us most. If you see a footprint for a service network, it is 250 plus service network. And when I'm here on the stage, I realize next week we are opening 4 more exclusive centers, which means our consumers can reach us at any point of a time they need us. There's one more important thing that we are starting, which is an experiential center. When we said India is going to be the first for us, which means globally India has been chosen as a one test pilot market where the experiential center would be first rolled out. Now essentially we've spoken about great product. The other thing we realize that today's audience is very young and dynamic. And the ways that we used to communicate earlier is getting redundant. Which means we need to find new ways of communicating with that audience. So essentially what we look for is influencer marketing. What influencer marketing means is we need to have a great content that is being run by an influencer which is relatable to our consumers. That's why when we spoke about the banter of Gadgetwala with Mallika, that works for us, that resonates with our audience. You remember Sanjeev spoke about in Goa during a 9i launch that we are going to start a unique program which is called a photo workshop. That photo workshop is a program that we pick up key markets and we ask consumers to work with us for a photo workshop, which essentially means consumers have a great product. We give them a platform to learn more about photography tricks and different modes of the camera. And last not the least, we have a very strong fan base. Any kind of a new products that we bring to the market, we reach out to a fan base, which helps us to give the early feeler what are the enhancements that we need to bring to a phone. And that is how we complete the 360-degree integration of our marketing. And essentially, this entire things help us to bring the great products. If we talk about Honor 9i, the first phone with full HD screen, that is what we'll be able to bring for you. Honor 7X, which we've got the global best price. Honor View 10, which is the latest in the row. Within a month, we are able to sold 1 million pieces globally, and it is your first AI phone. So I believe this is what the world of the Honor that we want to live in, which we are catering to young and vibrant people. Thank you all for being such a nice audience. Kubra, over to you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a louder round of applause for Suhail. Suhail, but I want to take a little bit out of your presentation and, you know, the kind of questions which were real that you posed to real people. The first question out of that was, what does honor mean to you? So before I ask you to take your seat, I'd like to ask you, what does honor mean to you?
Honor means for me is a pride, passion, that brings us to bring great products for consumers. That's honor mean for me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, as we request Suhail to kindly take his seat, it's now time for us to invite on stage the person who's going to take us into an in-depth presentation of what lies ahead for each one of us and, of course, the world itself in a phone. So ladies and gentlemen, to give us an in-depth product presentation and to tell us more about #MaxYourBeauty, I'd like to welcome on stage the Vice President Sales, Honor India, Mr. P. Sanjeev. So please welcome Sanjeev on stage. A louder round of applause. Come on. Honor India, Huawei India. Welcome, Sanjeev. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you,
away.
Suhail, for quickly running through the Honor slides, and warm welcome to Honor on behalf of the Honor family. A very good afternoon to one and all. And a big hello to all the Honor fans watching us right now live. Well, it's a big challenge for all phone companies to come out with something new. Every phone now actually looks very similar, isn't it? Everybody is trying to look for something new, just like Bollywood movies. You need to create new designs, new exciting phones to actually encourage customers to keep changing their phones. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, the Honor 9 Lite, I'm super excited to say this is the most stylish phone ever created from the Honor stable. Two key highlights, the camera, quad lens, and the brilliant design. I'm going to take you through very quickly the camera. You can now be a photo guru. And I'm going to tell you how can you be a photo guru, because both these cameras, the front and the back, pay attention, I will tell you the new features, why it can take superior pictures. Let's have a look at the front. On the front, you have two lenses, 13 plus 2. So unlike most other phones, why do we have two lenses? The primary lens actually focuses on taking bright pictures. And the second lens actually captures a hardware level depth sensing. And because of hardware level depth sensing, we can now take brilliant portrait pictures. If you notice the girl out there, the edges are very clear. Do you see that? You see a progressive bokeh effect. And this is possible because of the hardware level depth sensing. And this, the front camera also supports f2.0 wide aperture. The next interesting feature is the upgraded beautification mode. Well, yes, the Honor 9 Lite can now recognize automatically between him and her and do the settings, or rather the photo effects for men and women, respectively. You should definitely try this feature. And I don't think any other phone actually offers this. Have you heard of this feature before? An automatic beautification for him and her. Well, the next interesting feature is it's easy to take selfies. All that you need to do is put the phone in front of you and wave your palm, and within 3 seconds, there you go, a selfie click. And another very interesting feature that I really like, those special moments when you're having an ice cream and you're really enjoying it, the expression that you give, or you're traveling somewhere and you're taking a selfie, we call it bring your selfie to life. So it's actually a moving picture that you can actually click and later on capture those beautiful expressions and keep them stored on your phone forever. So that's about the selfie feature. Exciting or not? Yes or no? Okay, so I'm going to take you now through the rear camera. Well, this picture was shot at Quebec, Canada. How many of you have been to Canada so far? Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh gosh, that's it. Oh, so I'm taking you to Quebec, Canada. Honor 9 Lite, shot on the 7th of December, 2017. Now, what do you see in this picture? Do you see the bright blue sky? And do you see all those buildings with different colors? And do you see the snow? And you see all the bright colors are beautifully captured. Now, how is this possible? Because the Honor 9 Lite comes with a new image signal processing chipset. And also, the rear camera's algorithm for dual camera has been upgraded. That's why you can retain all the colors even at high latitude. And the next picture is my personal favorite. Now a question I think is going to be more easy. How many of you have been to Beijing? Come on, I see a lot of Chinese people and all putting their hands down. Come on. I know Alan has been to Beijing many times. All right, so this picture is the 17-arc bridge of the Beijing Summer Palace. So do you know, during winter, sometime 3rd week of December, in the northern hemisphere, there is a phenomenon called the winter solstice. So during the winter solstice, the nights are longer than the days. So this picture was taken during the sunset. Now observe the warm, golden winter sunlight captured on every arc of the bridge. Do you see that? This picture was taken with Honor 9 Lite and on HDR mode. Do you like it? Yeah. So that's the advantage of the HDR mode of the Honor 9 Lite. Well, fast actions, moments all around us. Fast focus is a very important feature. So PDAF, face detection autofocus, yes, Honor 9 Lite definitely supports it. So that's why I can definitely vouch and say the Honor 9 Lite is going to make you a photo guru. So do you agree? Great selfie with hardware level depth sensing for portraits and beautiful bokeh effects, which you can't replicate with a single lens camera. The rear camera with a new image signal processing chipset, and HDR mode and PDAF gives you the best photography experience. Well, I am super excited to tell you this phone, the Honor 9 Lite, is definitely going to make you a style icon. And why? The core spirit of Honor is to focus on the young, to always be trendy, to give you some new designs. I think you've seen us from Honor 8 and downwards, always something new. And that's actually a big pressure for our designers. Once I run you through the next few slides, I'm sure you're going to give them a big round of applause. So what have the designers done to make this a brilliant phone? First, a mirror-like effect. Well, 12 layers of glass at the back, optical processing steps, almost 9 processors, Yes, we did the similar kind of processing for 8 Lite, the previous version. But why did we get a mirror-like effect? It's basically a new color blending technique. We managed to get 25% more brightness. And that's why now we have a mirror-like effect on the back glass. And on the, for both sides of the glass, we used a 2.5D lens, which we generally use for our flagship phones. So we wanted to bring in a flagship-like experience on this phone. And the best part of this phone is the screen. A full view, 18:9, full HD plus, 2160 by 1080 resolution, 428 pixels per inch. And I think all of you know, a 2160 by 1080 is usually given on phones which are about 30,000 rupees, flagship phones. So you get a really nice screen. Not just the screen, also the compact design. Well, if you look at the phone, it will look like a 5.2-inch chassis. But the designers have been really clever and smart. They fit in a 5.65 large screen into a small chassis. So all those of you who love compact design but yet a large screen, well, 9 Lite is definitely your choice. The other exciting feature, embellished with stars and galaxy. Well, you might have not noticed, even those who have seen the phone yet, now pay attention. If you look at the front glass, you will see silver-like particles. Well, these are actually micron size, you call it metallic squama. So what does this do? During the night, in low light, it gives an effect for the whole screen as if it's glowing in the serene stars. It sounds like Taj Mahal during the full moon day, right? Isn't it? Well, yes, that's what it is. So please make sure you have a look. Look at the amount of details that has been given onto the phone. A beautiful, beautiful design team that worked on it. And the next interesting fact is these two lines. Basically, we used a PPVD laser carving technique to give this phone 2 light rails that makes the phone design very sleek and very slim. Isn't it marvelous? And this sets aside 2 light rails running parallelly, which actually gives you the sleek finish. Well, the biggest part of the design team is the team played around for almost 6 long months, 100 color swatches, and yes, wasted, or rather played around with more than 1,000 glass prototypes to arrive at new colors. This time, Honor 9 Lite was clear. We are not going to give you the usual colors. You're going to get something refreshing, something new. So let's have a look at the new colors. The first color, the sapphire blue. All of you know we introduced sapphire blue through Honor 8. We call that the sapphire blue of the deep seas, something like Goa. And now Honor 9 Lite gives you the sapphire blue of the light seas, the shallow seas. And imagine Andaman and Nicobar, Maldives. So refreshingly new color and with a mirror-like effect. You're going to love this color. We have the samples. You should have a look at it. The second special color is what we call as the glacier gray. We innovated this color and introduced glacier gray with our flagship Honor 9. Let me share a little secret. The glacier gray manufacturing process is different from the other colors. Basically, the manufacturing yield, the production yield that comes from the manufacturing process is very low. And that makes producing the glacier gray very expensive. That's why we always kept the glacier gray for flagship phones. But this time, we wanted 9 Lite to be trendy. So we decided to give the glacier gray for 9 Lite. And my personal favorite color, in the night comes out, or in the dark comes out the night. A beautiful black color, matte finish, but yet wrapped in glass. Beautiful black, just like my shirt. Well, I would like you to give a big round of applause to the design team that worked 6 long months. Can we have a round of applause for them, please? That's the 3 colors that you have. So I spoke about the camera and the design. This phone is not just about beauty, but also about a powerful performance. So what do we have under the hood? We have our powerful and popular Kirin 659 chipset. I think many of you remember we used the same chipset, the octa-core chipset, with a dedicated i5 core sensor on the 7X as well as the 9i. So the same workhorse that has really done a great job powers your 9 Lite. This phone comes with a 3000 mAh all-day long battery. And why is it all day long? Because of the Smart Power 5.0 innovation from us. Well, the big news is this phone is going to come out of the box with Emotion UI 8.0 based on Android Oreo. Well, so all of you remember our Emotion UI 5.0, which actually solved a big problem. The problem of slowing down of Android. Don't you agree? The biggest problem for all Android users is the phone slows down. Well, 5.0 solved that problem through an auto-defragmenting of files and making sure the phone can not slow down even after 18 months. What does 8.0 promise you? I would say 60% faster system processes and 50% smoother than the Emotion UI 5.0. And the Emotion UI 8.0 also has some interesting features that I would like to run you through very quickly. First, do you all agree anti-mistouch? What does this mean? You take your phone and you're talking and the phone cuts. Why? Your cheek accidentally cut the phone. Or you put it on your pocket and, okay, your jean cut the call or answered the call. Or your bag. So we have identified 65 such mistouch, which is disrupting your daily usage. So this phone solves the problem of anti-mistouch. Interesting? Okay. The next interesting feature is multitasking, split screen. So how does this work? So you're going to, like this gentleman right here, I think is YouTube, sir? Not YouTube? Okay. So if you're on your YouTube and you get a message, SMS, WhatsApp, whatever it is, you just have to press that little icon and the screen automatically splits. So you can continue watching your YouTube and you can keep typing your message. I'm sure you're thinking, hey, when I'm watching my YouTube, why do I want to disturb myself, right? I also thought about it, but imagine if your boss is sending a message and you don't reply and you're still keeping on watching your YouTube. Come on, you don't want to get fired, right? So this feature is quite helpful and interesting. The next interesting feature is the home shortcut submenu. Pay attention. So I'll give you an example of where you see that icon YouTube, you long press that, and you see a submenu, trending, subscription, search. So you don't need to open the YouTube. You can just click on search. Or a camera, you long press, you will see selfie, wide aperture, etc. And you can actually drag that and create a shortcut on the home, which means if you want to take a selfie, you don't need to open the camera. All you need to do is to click on the selfie shortcut on the home. So please try this, an interesting feature. Well, folks, just not that. The Bangalore R&D team has created 2 more innovations, and all of you will get that as an over-the-air update. The first one we call the ride mode, and it's very easy to activate. You see the ride mode on the image on the right side, left. What is this? Left side corner. Well, you activate that. And if you're driving the car or riding a bike, please make sure to activate this. So the user knows that you're riding or driving, and safety first. This is going to come as a HOTA update to you pretty soon. The next interesting feature, thanks to Digital India, payment gateways is becoming very important, especially Paytm. So we have put the fingerprint to better usage. With one touch, you can directly open to the payment page of Paytm. And folks, you will continue to see interesting updates from the Bangalore R&D. Well, as you all know, quality is our core promise to our customers. Before speaking too much, I would like to quickly show you the 9 Lites stress test video. Can I have the video, please?
Today, we set up the test environment in the kitchen, which is one of the toughest conditions for mobile phones. battle begin. After a variety of rigorous testing, Honor 9 Lite has survived the trial.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Honor 9 Lite, number 1, be a photo guru, an upgraded selfie camera, 13+2, f2.0 wide aperture, and a beautiful portrait mode supported with gesture control and moving picture. And the rear camera, a new image signal processing chipset, an upgraded algorithm that retains great colors, HDR mode, fast focus, PDAF. So be a photo guru. Design, I showed you, brilliant glass on both the sides, extremely new colors, refreshing, excellent design, and premium configuration, an excellent chipset, Kirin 659, supported with Emotion UI 8.0 with Android Oreo. Well, I would like to now show you the product AV. Thank you. That's Honor 9 Lite for you.
Fantastic. Wow. Well, so I am no, a technology genius, but there were so many things about this brand new phone, the Honor 9 Lite, that kind of inspires me to grab the first one on the rack, right? But before I do that, I have a few questions as a woman, as a layman, as a member of the audience, and I'm sure you can help me out with that. Okay. First of all, as a man, tell me how important are selfies to you, Sanjeev?
Selfies?
Yeah.
Who said selfies are for women?
No, that's why I said it's
Have a look at my Facebook. Have a look at everybody's Facebook. Well, selfie is everything today. We call it Selfie Nation now, right?
Yes, yes, we do actually.
Selfie is extremely important, even at home, outside, even when you take a cup of coffee or when you're traveling on the flight, anywhere and everywhere, you manage to take a selfie, isn't it? Do you agree? How important is selfie?
If you agree. Do you agree? Yeah? Okay. So tell me something. Do you actually gain selfie tips from somebody or some people that are close to you?
Well, we have a lot of selfie experts in our own office. I would
in
say,
the organization?
Yeah.
Priyanka for
Priyanka,
one.
yeah.
Priyanka for one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there she is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There she is. Our selfie expert. But anyone close to home? And what pictures do you usually end up?
Of course.
Yeah, she teaches you how to take selfies.
A lot of selfies.
Yeah. Okay.
She's watching me live right now.
Oh, yes, she is. Hey, wait 1 second. But what truly touched me is the fact that the all-new Honor 9 Lite has this feature where it actually identifies the face of a man, the face of a woman, and enhances the features. So how did you come up with that?
This phone is smart. It can recognize between Mr. Handsome and Miss Gorgeous.
So the beauty and the?
Not the beast.
All right, okay. And tell me something. We've always spoken about Huawei and we've always spoken about Honor as a brand that constantly excels towards innovation, right? So give me 3 innovative reasons on how one could use that dual glass body.
Well, the first thing is it's going to make you a style icon.
Okay.
Second is you don't need a mirror anymore. Wherever you go, you have a beautiful mirror-like finish. And the third, it's very strong and very nice, different colors. So you would definitely like to use this phone.
Okay, you know what? I think we've had just enough chat on the technology, on more than technology. I am truly excited to see the brand new phone, but I need a yes from you if you are excited to see the grand launch of the Honor 9 Lite. Is that a yes? Oh, come on. Let's give us like the world is watching. So can we have a yes? Good.
Okay.
So I'm going to allow you to do the honor. So.
All right, let's have the AV, please.
It is often said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But many people mistakenly believe that to refer only to people. Natural beauty comes in many forms, and it is not about perfection. Beauty is not tarnished by imperfections. It is defined by them. It could be in a smile or the twinkle of an eye. It could be an untainted landscape or the change of the seasons. It could even be in an act of pure unselfishness. Beauty comes in many, often unexpected forms, but it does not always announce itself. Sometimes you have to search for it, but when you find it, you will know it was worth it.
Well, I know all of you are waiting for the price now, but before I go to the price, you heard this word, India first. Suhail mentioned this multiple times, but I want to re-emphasize and tell you, India first is not a marketing buzzword. It is not a marketing buzzword. George, our global president, has taken a challenge to ensure Honor as an independent brand is going to become top 3 in the next 5 years. And I, being a very old staff here in Huawei, understand what serious challenges are in this company. Well, Huawei is about 30 years old now, or 30 years young now, and I joined this company almost 15 years back. And let me share with you, when I joined this company, I saw this as a Chinese organization. I never knew that I'm going to work for more than a year in this company. I was definitely trying to look out for a Western option. However, the very first year, the true spirit of Huawei, the spirit to focus on quality, the spirit of focusing on long term, has counted my year and year and year and year. And many of you who have seen me over the past years would notice I never lose the passion. Every year is a fresh new year for us. We start the year with a target, we end the year with a target, then we start the year again with a new target, and then end the year with a new target, and then again we refresh the target again. That has been our spirit throughout. And what we've been taught is, remember, pay attention to the long-term goal. You will be insulted, you will be challenged, you will be tortured by the society. Why can't you achieve your targets? But actually, our goal is long-term. And that's why I still stand here for more than a decade and a half. And I'm very proud to call myself a Huawei staff. And my family definitely understands the value that this company has brought to us. So, I want to share how did we achieve India first for 9 Lite. Well, Honor 9 Lite is launching in India as the first overseas launch 1 month ahead of the global launch. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 month ahead. And how did we achieve this? A big thanks to our R&D center in Bangalore. So that's why we've been able to make the Honor 9 Lite available 1 month ahead. So we have about 3,000 odd engineers, and 300 of them have worked dedicated for the Honor smartphones. And for the last 3 weeks, they haven't gone home. 7 days a week, worked really, really hard for this simple target to prove to our Indian Honor fans that we are going to launch in India 1 month ahead of the global launch. And that's why the R&D fans, R&D engineers have made it happen. I want a big round of applause and a big thank you to all of them. Well, again, India first, because the price that I'm going to show you is definitely not going to be available anywhere in the world. The lowest possible price in the world. Are you ready? Click. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Too slow, right? Something wrong with my clicker. Okay, the last X, the last cha, that as we call in Chinese. Huh? Okay. 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 Are you happy? Are you happy? Okay. We thought we should make you happier. And therefore, well, 1 billion rupees for 1 million Indian smiles. So we've decided to have this phone at 10999. Well, that's it, friends. So get ready. 21st of January, midnight, available on Flipkart, and plus a 10% instant cashback on the credit card that's listed here. And please be ready and grab your phone as fast as possible. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you very, very much. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's 10999.
Can I have Suhail back on stage? Well, Suhail is going to bring the gray color that I spoke about. What
Thank you
color
very
do you
much. I've got the blue.
Okay, we're
It
ready
matches
for
with
the
my
photo op
outfit.
now.
Thank you, Suhail, for joining us. Thank you, Sanjeev, for taking us through. Are we holding it like this or like that? What do we do? We'll hold it like that, no? The real cool. Yeah, the real cool. A selfie phone without a selfie would be quite and injustice, right? So Sanjeev, since you said that you've been trained well by the wife and by Priyanka and the rest of your colleagues, should we do this? Long arms. Hey, I'm not even in this picture, Sanjeev. These are bad selfie skills. That would be impossible if we didn't click one with everybody else. So let's turn around and take one with everybody else in the audience. So please give us a big smile. Everybody, are you ready? Thank you. Thank you, Sanjeev. Thank you, Suhail. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here this afternoon. My name is Kubra Seth. With this, we come to the end of a fabulous, fabulous launch. We invite you from that very door to join us into the experiential zone and to join us for lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, while you do experience the all-new Honor 9 Lite, I do request you to remember this and keep it at the core of your heart. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. Thank you, everybody, for being here this afternoon. You've been a fabulous, fantastic audience. Till we meet again, good day and Happy New Year.